Okay. Kevin and Will back again. Overhead, right? OH presses, dip and drive. The natural progression is to then get them into some type of application of that loaded position in some gymnastics criteria, right? So we have handstands, right? Prepping for the handstands and then modifying if the client cannot get a sound position, right? Be mindful that we want the shoulder, elbow, and wrist to be straight. It does help if the client can organize their shoulders so they're not arching to kind of get there, because none of that's going to work, right? It might get by when they have the bar in their hand. You can't really tell too much that they're opening up at the abdominals. In the gymnastics positioning, it's going to expose you because you won't be able to do it, right? You won't be able to get into a good jackknife. You won't be able to get into, you know, a sound wall walk without overextending at the low spine. Now, mind you, the low back is already an extension, so any more extension is hyperextension. So not a great place to be when we're trying to really get people to organize their posterior chain. So we're gonna walk you through the progressions of handstand preparation that we use at Grassroots. This is excluding the actual handstand. If you see a client that's killing it, you can have them do a free handstand with you spotting. The thrust of this video is to show you the basic progression to get people ready to do that, to get them ready to take the shackles of the wall or the box away so that they can be free. For most clients at Grassroots, that's a large breath. That's a big step to make. You're talking about 2 out of every 10 clients being able to do that out of the gate, and maybe 1 out of 20 being able to progress themselves in one class from the jackknife to a full handstand spotted position. So what we like to do is start them off with the jackknives, then maybe to wall walk, so maybe that's part of the build to strength, and then the kick-ups. Being able to keep the person at the jackknives so that they're getting the most out of it is great. If they start to fatigue, we're then talking about modifying further down into a seated L-sit shoulder press, which will keep them in the realm of what we're doing, right? Because that would be a sound modification. You're teaching 8 people, this one person can't get it, they're not going to be thrown to the wind. We're going to try to get this person in the realm of what we're trying to do with the L-sit shoulder press. So that would be a modification or a scaling down from the jackknives that we're going to do on the box. All right, so Kevin, what do you want to see out of the jackknives?
Yeah, so the pike walks right on the box, definitely you can scale this, so if people are having trouble with the wall walks, you can even have them do the pike push-up or the pike walks on the box, right? Usually 20, 24, 30 inches depending on their height. One of the things, not only do we want to see the arms locked, right, stay locked the whole time, is the flexibility of the back of your legs is going to play a big part in this. Yeah, so I coach you through it. So you can start in that perfect push-up position. Feet on the box, right? He's still engaged through the core and hips, so elbows locked. Big thing is fingers straight forward for this, guys. We don't want to be ducked out. Fingers straight forward, so he's in a great push-up position. As he walks his hands back, left, right, he's trying to keep his legs straight and keep his butt high, right? It's not a incline push-up position. So this is great. Will looks amazing. He's loaded his shoulders, his wrists, and his elbows. And if he just feels comfortable here, you might walk it back out. If he can, it's up to him. Can he try to touch his head to the ground without losing this position? It's going to be pretty tough. Just try 1 or 2. He's pretty strong. That's great, guys, right? And you might tell them, hey, can I pull you higher? I couldn't pull his hips any higher, so he looks pretty extended. touch his head one more time, drive through, and then I just walk it back out to that push-up position. So Will, definitely stronger than the average client or member, that he was able to get that full motion, head to the ground. Even if you get someone in that pike or the jackknife position, they might only go down an inch or two and then shoot back up without the raw shoulder and tricep strength. But that looked great, guys, right? The biggest thing, if they can't keep their legs straight, you're allowed to let them come to their knees on the position. It will shorten it a little bit. You can get them a pad or a yoga mat, but something to shorten that motion, because his butt was pretty high. That's going to be even more tension than a full handstand.
Right.
That looked great, yeah. And then, so if they can't do the push-up, remember, go push-up position, pike jackknife, walk it back out. They might do 2 or 3 sets there just to feel more comfortable with that overhead.
Right. The next position, progression, is the wall walk, right? You want to walk us through the wall walk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Great.
So I was going to start with that same push-up position, guys. Don't let them be lazy about being active at the bottom, right? Just like the whole premise is that overhead positions are full body. So Will's going to come down, perfect push-up position again. The big things, guys, here is that it's going to be active on the way up and active on the way down. He's not going to drag his feet down the wall. So great, he looks good. Loaded shoulders, fingers forward. Just squeeze this butt. When in doubt, squeeze your butt. So you can go foot, foot, hand, hand, foot, foot, hand, hand. However they walk up the wall is up to them. I just recommend slide your hands. Don't take big steps with your hands. So let's see if Will feels comfortable getting high up the wall. If they got this high and they wanted to stop, they just got a little scared, right? That's fine. I'd say drive your head through, look at the wall that you're on, look how much more active he is. Same thing, say, can I pull his butt higher? He looks great. So Will looks good. I'm gonna ask him to walk it a little higher. The goal, if there was like an RX for this, it would be nose and toes, nose and toes. So he's trying to drive his head through. He's really locked and loaded, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, arms, walk it back out, Will. That looks great. That is definitely not going to be like day one stuff, right? They might definitely need a couple tries or a couple different workouts before they feel comfortable getting that vertical. Will looked good, and no time was there any bend in his elbows, right? All that weight's going to shift to his muscles instead of just supporting the frame.
And this is where tightness in the lats, right, is going to inhibit their ability to really get a good extended position in the arm, but also in the elbow. You'll see a lot of people not be very comfortable coming toward the wall, but they'll sag in that angled position. So definitely pushing away from the floor, trying to create as much tension in the midline as possible so that we're eliminating that injury point, right? That is that kind of sagging position, right? I'll try to give you a little bit of a profile. Hey, Kevin, help me out. All right, so
Here you go.
So they're going to be kind of like this.
Drop in the
Yeah, we want to keep nice and tight in the arms, right? Head through. Thank you.